Are you familiar with Big Chungus? Big Chungus? Yes, Big Chungus, the world-renowned meme of an oversized cartoon rabbit.
On the cold winter morning of December 1st, 2018 at 7 a.m., Reddit user Gary the Taco was about to leave his mark on the internet. The post was simple, an altered PS4 case depicting a fat Bugs Bunny taken from the 1941 cartoon Wabbit Twubble, and an assortment of absurd watermarks scattered around the cover. A PlayStation-exclusive sticker, the logo belonging to No Man's Sky developer Hello Games, an adults-only ESRB rating, and the finishing touch, a sticker promoting a crossover with the infamous Dante from Devil May Cry. The game was called Big Chungus and was posted to the subreddit Comedy Heaven, a page dedicated to dead jokes.
So, hi, I'm Braden. I'm the creator of the original Big Chungus meme. I made it in class one day and posted it to Reddit about 6 months later. I was in a PlayStation party with someone and I just sent a bunch of memes to him over Snapchat. He picked out the Big Chungus meme and just started laughing, like, hysterically. When I first posted the meme to Reddit, it was on Comedy Heaven. I really didn't think much of it. And then a few days later, I think I saw a reference to Chungus on MeIRL, and that subreddit was just laughing about what a Chungus was.
At this point, Big Chungus was making its way around Reddit, but it had not yet become the internet sensation we know it as today. The next chapter of our story begins when a still anonymous Gamestop employee saw the Big Chungus cover and sent a photo of it to his mom, telling her it was what he wanted for Christmas. Her fateful encounter with a different Gamestop employee, a manager in Colorado Springs, would launch Big Chungus to new heights.
So hi, my name is Justin. At the time when Big Chungus came to me was right after Black Friday. I had a customer come in. I was store manager at GameStop in Colorado Springs. So it's a busy time of year. Black Friday just ended. So you get a lot of gift givers that, they don't game. When the lady came to the counter, immediately I'm like, all right, what does she need? I got her back. And she just looks puzzled. She needs help. And she's just like, my son works for GameStop and he never lets me buy a gift, ever, because he works for GameStop. I get it. We have it all right here. She's like, well, he does have this picture of the game, and I'm just looking through it, and immediately I know it's, not real. I grew up watching Looney Tunes. I'm familiar with Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny. Every ounce of me just wanted to start laughing in this lady's face because of how hilarious this is and how sincere she is and how she's just being trolled. Look, ma'am, this is not real. This is a joke. And you could just see her face drop, but she really wanted to get this game for her son. She's embarrassed. And I'm like, let's get him back. Go over there and grab a $100 gift card. She's like, I don't want $100. And I'm like, no. I can choose the amount. So I rung it up, put 1 penny on it. I'm like, you mail this gift card to him. And you tell him that not to mess with you anymore. So I shared that story on my Facebook page. I also shared it on the GameStop employee Facebook page. And the next morning, seriously, I'm just getting calls from everyone like, dude, you have like 1 million hits on Reddit already, and there's already memes.
Justin's story went viral across the internet, and now there was no stopping Big Chungus. Like Battletoads before it, thousands of people began prank calling GameStop asking if Big Chungus was in stock.
Working for GameStop, we get prank calls all the time. Asking for Big Chungus. I'm like, dude, do you know who you're talking to? I'm the guy.
In the coming months, as other memes came and went, Big Chungus never stopped growing. Now there was Big Chungus merchandise, Big Chungus fan sites, and millions of memes. Some hated it, while others worshipped Big Chungus, and whether seen as an epitome of Reddit cringe or as an ironic masterpiece, one thing was clear: he was here to stay.
The reason why Big Chungus endures, in my opinion, is because as humans, on a primal level, we understand that if Bugs Bunny is funny, then Fat Bugs Bunny is at a bare minimum at least 2 times as funny. The numbers don't lie.
The reason I think people like Big Chungus so much is because it's an oversized bunny, a fat rabbit. And as the wise 2 Chainz once said, look back at it, and then I put a fat rabbit on a Craftmatic. And that just speaks to people.
To quote an ancient proverb, my name is Big Chungus, meme of memes. Look on my work, ye mighty in despair, nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretched far away.
Alright, what's up, gamers? Tony Zaret here with my special guest, the funniest meme of all time, Big Chungo. Chungo, why are you so funny?
I am the Big Chungos.
There you have it, the Chungos.
Even though Big Chungus is arguably one of the stupidest memes ever made, it will always have a special place in my heart. I've made 2 Big Chungus videos, and those 2 combined have a total of more than 12 million views. So I owe quite a bit of my channel success to Big Chungus, and for that I'm very grateful.
What? After Warner Brothers had acknowledged Big Chungus's existence in a Looney Tunes mobile game as a fully voiced and rendered character, Big Chungus enthusiasts knew there was only one place left to go: the silver screen. A sequel to Space Jam was announced, stirring up renewed interest in Big Chungus as a potential cameo. On July 16, 2021, Space Jam: A New Legacy was released, and audiences' questions would be answered.
All right, come in. Now say, I'm Hodson.
To get the inside scoop, we spoke with the animator of the Big Chungus scene in Space Jam.
My name is Matt Willamese. I'm a hand-drawn animator, which means I draw all of my animation frame by frame. Forgive me, Spike, if you're listening to this and this is somewhat inaccurate, but this is what I remember. Yeah, they handed out the shot, and it was business as usual. It was talking about how the shot fits into the sequence, the importance of it, what Spike wanted to get across in the shot. Very normal director-animator stuff. And when we talked about what I now know as Big Chungus, which is weird to even say that word, it wasn't really pitched that way. I remember it being pitched as like we're referencing the gag from Wabbit Trouble. The only talk I remember is that like, I hope they let us keep it. So I thought there was probably a good chance of it being cut. But then Spike also quipped. But it's also this meme. It's this meme that is really popular with kids. I'm pretty disconnected from the internet culture, so I didn't even know that these things were like really popular or famous things. So to me, I was just trying to pay homage to that joke. Yeah, it wasn't until I posted it online. I mean, I knew it was a meme, but I didn't realize it was just, a big a deal as it was. I mean, there were people that were writing me like death. Like one person just wrote the comment death on my wall, my Twitter wall, and like, I don't want to become the old man and yell at the clouds right now, but I was kind of had one of those moments where it's like, you gotta be kidding me. Like this, all you guys are interested in is this meme.
Now, looking back, this appears to be Big Chungus's climactic peak in popular culture, and his story comes to a close, perhaps to go viral another day. Except, what's this? A series of tweets dating back before 2018. And this.
There's a Chungus among us!
Our team of researchers couldn't rest until this mystery was solved. Where did the word Chungus really come from? A popular theory is that it was coined by online game journalist Jim Sterling. And while Jim did use the term Chungus in old videos, something wasn't adding up. We went back to talk to Gary the Taco.
I found a picture of it was talking about like this picture that when you opened it on any web page, it would just lag it out and crash it, and it was Fat Bugs Bunny. I went and Googled that, and then about a few weeks later, I made the meme of Big Chungus. So for the original picture of Big Chungus, the name, I found that on iFunny, and it was like a sort of screenshot from a game. I think it was Second Life. And I just found the name kind of funny in context of the meme.
With this lead in hand, we were able to track down the iFunny post, which was a repost of this Tumblr post. Looking further at the account associated with the post, a Tumblr user named Logarto, it looked like we found our target, a 22-year-old Brit still using the pseudonym of Big Chungus in other games to this day. We contacted them, inquiring where they got the term Big Chungus.
IDK, if you're aware of the meme from a few years back on here, where everyone edited John Green's posts. When I was 15 or 16, I was particularly tickled by the one where it got changed to "I love it when you call me Big Chungo." Around the same time, there was a bunch of nonsense words floating around like Scringus, and I like to mash them up. When I joined Second Life, I tried to make my username Big Chungo, but it was taken. So I went with Big Chungus. That's it really. LOL.
Now we were faced with the shocking revelation that John Green, member of the Vlog Brothers and author of The Fault in Our Stars, had a part to play in the Big Chungus story. We were able to track down the post that Lagarto described to us. It was the result of a Tumblr exploit in which users were able to reblog other people's posts, then edit the text as if it were their own post after the fact. But we were still left with questions. Why was it Big Chungo and not Big Chungus? If Big Chungus was just a variation on Big Chungo, then where did it come from? And what did it mean? Considering the time the Big Chungo post was made, and considering it was posted on Tumblr, we were able to deduce what it was referencing. It is a niche reference to a small meme war taking place on Tumblr in 2015 between a picture of a cat called Chungo and a dog named Scringus. Essentially, Tumblr users would take the side of whichever animal they liked better. And now that's the full story of Big Chungus. From Chungo Cat to John Green to Second Life to iFunny, to Reddit, to Gamestop, and then to the movies. The Fat Rabbit had taken quite the journey. Now, no stone has been left unturned, and there are no more mysteries to solve. Now what? In March 2020, Twitter user New Age Warlord posited that because Wabbit Twubble was released in 1941, it is possible that Adolf Hitler, FDR, Winston Churchill, Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, and other famous figures had seen Big Chungus. Now, every comment section, every forum thread, and every online conversation about Big Chungus seems to circle around one of history's greatest villains watching history's dumbest joke. As thorough researchers, we couldn't leave this question unanswered. So, we spoke to the professionals.
I'm Mike Van Eaton. I'm co-owner of Van Eaton Galleries. We began as an extension of my collection. I collect animation art, and then began selling it so that I could improve my collection, and that turned into a store. This is I was speaking of Elmer Fudd. So this is, if you can see that, that's an Elmer Fudd cell right there. This is from 1951. After like 1939 or so, all the movie studios in Hollywood were sort of cut off from Europe and cut off from Asia. In fact, if you take Pinocchio came out in 1940. It was never released in Germany until 1953. something like that. So there's a huge amount of time. So I don't think that the common man would have had access to these films, but it is known that Hitler and some of these guys were huge film buffs, you know, huge fans of the American cinema. There's a lot of documentation with Hitler up till about, 1939. So we know he had access to earlier films, but after that, who knows? You know, these guys probably can get anything they want. So it's possible, but yeah, it's a long shot, but it's possible.
There we have it, the final piece of the Big Chungus puzzle. But before we leave, we sent a researcher out into the field to do one final mission.
Yeah, the issue I was having is I was having trouble finding Big Chungus at the local GameStop, and I was wondering if you guys were carrying it.
I'm asking you, do you have a coin discount, sir?
No, I
Do you have a coin discount, sir?
No, I received an email that I'd gotten a discount on Big Chungus. I wanted it for my.
No, that's not the number. That's not the number for that.
Okay, here it is, discount. I have.
Thank you very much.
I have the discount number. It's right here in front of me. It's 480.
No, I don't need that, sir. I don't need it. Because you had dialed the wrong number.
No, this is the exact. No, because you're calling me and I.
I think things may have gone a bit too far.
Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing or going to memeinsider.com. You can also join our Discord server for more updates and full-length interviews.
Oh, and stay tuned for more Meme Insider.
Big Chungus, na-na. I am a meme of Fat Bugs Bunny, na-na. I know they see that I'm so chunky now.